Hey, how you doing out there? Going outdoors with Matt. Matt here. It's a little chilly and a little white. I was actually doing a video that the snow had just about melted, and I was going to finish splitting up those rounds that I had bucked up, and so I started on it last night, and then I figured I'd finish it today, but I guess Mother Nature had different plans in store, so here we are. So instead of just doing a snow removal video, I figured I'd do a little thing on my snowblower that I use. I guess a little review, if you will. I bought this, I don't know, about 3 years ago, when I had an old Aaron's small snowblower. I think it had a 3.5 horsepower motor on it. And I'll tell you what, that thing just threw snow like there was no tomorrow. It was old, but it ran, and it ran good. And I beat the snot out of that thing until finally it just gave up. And I couldn't salvage it anymore. So I had to buy a new one. I wanted something a little bit bigger, and I certainly got it with this one. So this is so you can see it, a Troy-Bilt Storm 3029, or 3090, 29. I don't know where I get that from. And 30-inch clearing width. 2-stage snowblower. 2-stage mean this is your first stage, which chops up the ice and shoots it to the chute, where that would be a second stage, which throws it through the chute and then out. So that's why it's a 2-stage. And if you look, I just replaced my first shear pin. If you look, there's 3 shear pins on this side and 3 shear pins on the other side. So if you actually just break one shear pin, which I did on the last snowstorm, a chunk of wood went into it, the rest of it still turns and still goes. Where a lot of them, they have 1, maybe 2 shear pins. Once one breaks, it's basically done until you change the shear pin. Thankfully, it continued to work. But what's nice is that it comes with 2 extra shear pins. So they're right here, easy to get to. I just took this one off and put it on. 2 seconds. So that was nice. Back to normal. This right here is, if your chute ever gets clogged, it's got a little shovel here to go down the chute there. And rather than your hand, just clear it up with this thing. It's pretty handy. I tell you, I really never have to use it. Honestly, I think I might have had to use it once, real slushy stuff. I used it, and then I continued to use the machine, and then I realized that if you just let the machine go, the motor will actually increase in RPMs, which increases in power, and it'll actually blow it out on its own. So I didn't even need to use that shovel to clear it out. It would have did it on its own. It's a 357cc motor. This right here is for the electric start. You just I'll plug into that into an outlet, and then hit this button for the electric start. And then this is your pull start right here. Over here, this is your choke. That'd be full choke. That's off. This is your primer. This is the key. It will not start without this key in it, but it comes right out. Comes with an extra key too. But this has to be in order for this machine to run. And then down here is your RPMs, and then to shut it off, you just put it all the way over. Comes with a headlight that's always on. Once you start the machine, the headlight automatically turns on. This little switch down here, this is for your hand grips, and they get hot. I actually have to take my gloves off when I'm using this machine. They work really, really well. This is to engage the snowblower, and then this one is to engage the clutch to drive it. It's obviously self-propelled. These are your gears. It's got 2 reverse and then 6 forward. So you could work it, crawl this thing really, really slow, or you can get behind it and walk pretty at a brisk pace. It works really well. And this right here is to control the chute. And when I started, I'll show you. I mean, there's no more hand cranking. There's no little dial up here or hand thing. As you're using it, just whatever way you want to go. This is to tilt the chute up and down. This is to go left and right. Can't get any more simple than that. And then under here, you see there's these little levers here, and there's one on this side. This is to control the steering. So when you're driving, this will actually brake the one wheel, so the other wheel will continue to turn, and you can steer it left and right, so you don't have to muscle it around. It's just a matter of ding, 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 and that's how you steer it. So it basically drives itself. And down there's your oil drain. There's that extra key. This tells you how your auger controls, your left turn trigger control, the shear pin storage, the heated hand grips, right turn trigger, drive control. And then starting instructions, my finger away, and the electric chute control. And like I said, I've had it for 3 years. The first year I bought it, you know, of course, we didn't get much snow. Maybe even 4 years. But the first year I bought it, we didn't have very much snow. So it was like, yeah, great. I just buy a brand new snowblower. Don't even get to use it. So this thing's been sitting in the shed, and it was driving me nuts because I just wanted to see how it would perform. Now, I will say that I was used to the Aarons where it just goes full bore all the time. Just throws the snow everywhere. This machine is a little bit different. It's more on demand. So in other words, the more snow that goes in, the more RPMs will kick in, and the further it will throw the snow. So when you get into that real nasty stuff, it really kicks in and really works hard. If you're just going through light, fluffy stuff, it's not working the machine that much. So it saves you on gas. So the thing sips gas. I mean, it's got a big tank. I don't know exactly how big it is. I probably should have looked that up, but I mean, you fill this thing up, and this thing will run all day long on one tank of gas. Because it's not full bore all the time. And then the last snowstorm we had, it wasn't a big one. It was only about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches. And I was worried that maybe it's not going to throw that snow out because, you know, it's not going to, you know, make it increase in the RPMs. And as soon as I went out there, it was just chucking the snow. So I was really impressed with it. And now we have more fun to deal with. I don't have a lot. I think we got about 5 inches of snow. But I got to clear it out. So let's fire it up. And then I can kind of demonstrate a little bit of it. I know my son comes out here. Maybe he could help me out. All right, what I did was I just ran a plug to it, to an outlet. Just to show the electric start. I don't see too many videos where they actually show the electric start in action. So you just take an outlet, like I said, and right there's the plug. So plug it into there. Just to give it a couple of prime pumps, choke. It's already been running, so I don't think I need full choke. The key's got to be in. Turn this a little bit over there. Then we just hit this red button. And unplug it. That's it. Can't get any more simple than that right here. Up and down. So. Alright, I'm going to start chucking snow. My son comes out, I'll have him do a little recording so you can see it actually throwing snow. Try to get a little bit better of an angle here. See how that works. Alright, I got my little helper out here. We've got a little off track. Trucks are pretty good. It clears it out nice. So this is just grass. So it clears it out good. It hasn't got the steering down yet. first time he's ever ran a snowblower. I think he did good. All right, he's moving out of the way. I guess he still wants to keep going. Fine with me. All right. Here we are after a little bit of fun. This is the other side. That's an extension cord. You don't want those things caught up in the snowblower. Ask me how I know. Those extension cords are a pain in the neck. But I keep the RV plugged in, so. There's a long splitter covered up. And I do have more rounds that were split. I don't have much more left. That's what's left back there. I should be able to bang them right out. And then I get another delivery. But like I said, Mother Nature had different plans. So weather's just been crazy. The plow seems to have a little bit more work to do. There's the path to the camper. And then we did this side of the street. So hopefully when the plow comes down with the sun ice up, I gotta put out some ice melt. Otherwise it's gonna be a skating rink. It's all cleared out. Those cars over there are cleared out. You saw Matthew before. Yeah, so that thing works great. Truck's all cleared off. I recommend a snowblower, but it doesn't have to be 30 inches. 30 inches is a big snowblower. You know, if you need something that big, then I get it if you have to make a lot of pads, if you have a oversized driveway, because it makes short work out of it, but it's a big snowblower. You know, it's no joke. You know, most can get away with a 24, 26 inch. And, you know, a single driveway is not a big deal. But like I said, if you have to make a lot of paths, 30-inch path one way is nice. Just do it one time and you're done. I do it twice. Just in case you're walking with your honey and you want to hold hands. But, yeah, you know, you get what you can afford, but, you know, do your research and know what you're buying. You know, there's name brands out there that, you know, people know the name brand, so they automatically think that, oh man, that's going to be great. That's a name brand, and then you get it, and damn thing's a dog. You know, some companies are just known for their snowblowers. You know, some companies are known for chainsaws. Some are known for blowers or lawnmowers or, you know, whatever. You know, screw guns or circular saws, and it doesn't mean that it's all the same brand. Some just build better things. You know, like I said, Aaron's. I've always thought Aaron's was the best, and I'm not convinced that they're not. But at the time of buying the snowblower, I needed the snowblower really bad, and I couldn't get it to Aaron's, so I figured I'd try this Troy-Bilt, and I am not disappointed. did everything that I asked it to do. So, and they make smaller ones. You know, I wanted the bigger one. Do a lot of paths, and I don't want to be out here all day and all night. So it makes pretty quick work of it. I actually create more work because I have fun doing it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just make another path and make another path. You know, so it's just fun. It's not fun though when you have to deal with it all the time and constantly out here clearing snow. That becomes a job, but for a few months out of the year, we could deal with it. My son loves it. He loves the snow. Got him using that snowblower. That was fun to watch. He seemed to enjoy that too. I love teaching him new things. It's cool. It's like watching a mirror of me growing up. I get a kick out of it. I really do. He's inside because he's cold. So, that's going to be the video. Another kind of snow removal video and a little info on the Troy-Bilt Snowblower. Just in case people are on the fence. You know, what they want to buy and what they're looking to get. You know, I feel you can't go wrong with it. It's got plenty of power. And like I said, it doesn't run high RPM all the time. You know, I mean, that's good in certain situations, but when you're just doing a little bit of snow or getting some snow removal done and stuff like that, it doesn't need to run like that. All that's doing is burning fuel. So this is a lot more fuel efficient. And then when it is worse, you know, the snow is worse, or the ice, or, you know, that plow snow, when they come and they plow you in, the thing kicks up and it revs up those high RPMs to bust through it. So in my opinion, you get the best of both worlds. You know, you get the power when you need it, but you get fuel efficiency. If people are concerned about that. So to me, that was just an extra bonus. And like I said, those hand warmers, man, I don't even wear gloves out here. There's no need. I wear gloves with that thing and my hands sweat. Those hand warmers are the real deal. I love those things. Never thought I would like them, but those things are great. All right, no sense in dragging this on. Thanks for tuning in. You know, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Comment if you like. If not, comment anyway. Tell me the video sucks. That's fine. This isn't something that you're into. Don't watch it. But yep. I'm gonna call it a night. Go inside. Think it's dinner time. Get something warm in the old belly. Start up a fire. And relax. So, you guys be safe out there, Texas, and we're praying for you. You know, you'll get through it. You know, I know it's got to be tough, really tough, and I know that there's a problem with the wood across. Seems to be across the country. You know, our thoughts and prayers are certainly with everybody that's going through a difficult time right now. You know, but just know that, you know, maybe your neighbor might not ask. I'm not the type of guy that asks if I need help or anything like that. And you might have a neighbor that might be the same way, but they might be going through a real tough time. You know, right now might be a good time to, you know, pitch in and give a helping hand, and, you know, even just check up on them. Say, hey, is everything all right? You need anything? Something I can do for you? You know, even if they don't need it, I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. And that's the way we get through tough times, man. We gotta come together and be together and put differences aside. So, you know, at the very least, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And if you have an opportunity to help somebody, take advantage of that opportunity. It'll come back to you. All right. You all take care. Catch you on the next video. Be well.